Hello, my name is Chloe, welcome to my channel and welcome to a weekly reading vlog where Cole picks what books I read. So I am pre-filming this clip. It is still July, but today I filmed my August TBR and pulled out the prompt that was Lindsay Jardines, and it was Cole picks my TBR. So I've sent him some pictures of my bookshelves and he has just come back with 3 books he wants me to try and read this week. 3 might sound unattainable, but I love that Cole gets to pick my books, so I'm probably gonna try and squeeze another book in. He did ask how many books and I said 3 normal size or 2 huge ones, and then he's picked some like relatively large books. So here they are. The first one he chose was Youngblood by Sasha Laurens. So all he saw of these books was the spine, by the way. So this is High School Sucks, Especially for the Undead. And I believe this is a high school vampire story. Kat Finn and her mother can barely make ends meet living among humans. Like all vampires, they must drink Hemmer, an expensive synthetic blood substitute to survive, as nearly all of humanity has been infected by a virus that is fatal to vampires. Kat isn't looking forward to an eternal life of barely scraping by, but when she learns she's been accepted to the Harcourt School, a prestigious prep school that's secretly vampires only, she knows her fortune is about to change. So I actually got this like unsolicited when it came out, and it came out in 2022, so it's been a little bit of a time. I should probably speed up and read this, so thanks Cole for picking that one. He then chose These Hollow Vows by Lexi Ryan. This is the Fairy Loot exclusive edition that I believe Claire from Books and Ink sent my way, because I was interested in reading it, and I would have definitely had this at least a year as well. So this is about Bree, who would do anything before making a deal with the Fae. Death is preferable to their vicious schemes. But when her sister is taken by the sadistic king of the Unseelie court, there is nothing Bree wouldn't do to get her back, including making a deal with the king himself to steal 3 magical relics from the rival Seelie court. That's all I'll read of that one. It sounds very fun. I've heard very good things about this. I was just putting it off because it's like fantasy and I didn't want to risk not liking a big fantasy book. And then the third one he's picked, actually I bought from the library in his town and just brought it back. I say bought from the library, they had a library sale. I didn't acquire it from the library, you know what I mean. So it is Little Do We Know by Tamara Island Stone. This is a YA contemporary, and that's pretty much all I'm going to go in knowing about it. I've had this on my radar for a very long time, so it's only fitting that I finally read it. So yeah, here is the TBR that Cole has picked for me. I will try my best to get this done this week. I think I'm going to start with a contemporary, go into vampires, then go into more difficult fantasy. I think that's the plan. We'll see if I need to get another book from him, but yeah, really excited about this challenge. Crap, I just tried to do it as an intro, but I've already pre-filmed this intro because this is the week of Cole chooses my TBR. I have been looking forward to doing this, and now that it's here, I'm very daunted by these books. So it's Monday morning. The first book I want to read is Little Do We Know. I'm on a contemporary high right now. I'm not feeling like going into fantasy. So I'm thinking Little Do We Know. Then this is like a YA contemporary paranormal fantasy, so that's going to be the next hit into fantasy. And then we have a fantasy romance, but it's adult / YA. I'm not actually sure if it's adult or YA. It's Fairy Loot, that's all I can tell you. So kind of getting further into the fantasy as we go, because then next week I do actually need to read Kingdom of Ash. So I have these 3 books to read. I'm hoping, like on the current reading speed I'm on, Cole will need to pick me up another book, but we'll see. I also have 2 videos to film today. I might get going into one of those now. And yeah, obviously a hell of a lot of work to do. I have 4 weeks till I go to Spain, so I've got fully scheduled like when I need to film videos, edit videos to get everything up on time, because I'm actually now going to be out of YouTube office for like 2 weeks. So yeah, things to get done. But for now, let's get some reading going. Okay, whew, it's been a roundabout evening. I left here just before 5, like a couple minutes before 5, don't fire me, because we were all done for the day. And I went to the range to get a few bits and bobs. I needed some new photo frames, I needed like gift wrap, so functional things. I needed an extension lead. I then walked to Cafe Nero to pick up my Too Good To Go bag, which isn't a long walk, but oh my god, I did it quickly. And then I went back to Aldi to do some like weekly shopping. So we have a Too Good To Go bag from Cafe Nero. This was effectively free after the drama from the Starbucks bag 2 weeks ago. So these are supposed to be all sweets and pastries. This bag is heavy. Oh my God. Okay, we have a croissant, another croissant, and we also have, no, what would you call it? It's definitely chocolate. So some solid pastries already. We then have a second bag, which is another croissant, an actual pain au chocolat, like that's what that is. And then a raisin twirl thing. So nothing horrifically exciting, but for free, we'll take it. Hello, good morning. I promise I do my hair. This is just how I've been keeping out the way. But there is an effort behind this, I promise. Anyway, I just finished. It is like 8:39 on Wednesday morning, and I have finished Little Do We Know by Tamara Island Stone. And I am really, really, really sad that I hyped this book up so much in my head. I've been searching for it for years, and then I found it in the library sale in Coles Town, paid 50 cents for it. I was like, I can't believe I finally found it. 3 stars. Like, it really wasn't that great. I probably could go lower than 3 stars, but there's some sort of attachment I have to this book in my head. We're following lifelong best friends Hannah and Emery, and they've had a falling out and we don't know why. Then Hannah's boyfriend, okay, that's my one problem. Hannah and Emery were completely different characters. I still don't know which is which. Emery's boyfriend, Luke, almost dies. He has an accident, and yeah, he's very near death. Hannah's dad is a pastor at a local like church school, and there's a lot about like religion and life after death. I really, really didn't care about any of the characters. Also, we were talking about Emery and Luke. Yeah, still getting it wrong. And their whole premise for the relationship in this book, even starting from the second chapter, because we start with Hannah, then we go to Luke. It says, then we go to Emery. It says day 273, 164 to go. And that is all about how they are going to schools in different states after high school. So she is literally counting down the days until their time together is done, because that's when they're breaking up, because they couldn't possibly consider long distance. And it's written into this book about how, like, no, that's just not even a consideration. It's not possible, not worth it. Let's not even try. And I was kind of okay with that for a bit. Normally that gets my back up. But I was like, you know what? These are quite immature characters. Like, don't bother trying. But as we got to the end, like, I'm not going to give you any spoilers, but things that change, and I'm like, sorry, why is there an end date on this? Like, either just call it at the start because you obviously don't want to try, or try. Like, you're gonna be heartbroken either way, so just figure it out. But yeah, I found them very, very, very immature. For people who were supposed to be going into university or like college, I couldn't quite believe these were real people. So yeah, I've settled on 3. I probably should go lower, but we're going to stick with a 3. So my next book is Youngblood. I'm hoping to start that maybe on my lunch break, and I'm doing Patreon reading sprints tonight, so that's the plan for that one. I've got some work to do now, clearly, so I will do that, and I will update you when I've read something. Hello, I just finished the audiobook for Scarred by Emily McIntyre. It is 2:52 on Wednesday. I just realised it's Wednesday, not Tuesday. That really perked me up then. I thought it was only on Tuesday. So yeah, just finished Scarred. Really don't know what to give this as a rating. I think I'm going to stick with 3 because I basically can't tell you what this book was about. I don't think I can name a single character because I was listening to it for audio. The smut was so filthy that I was literally listening to it with my mouth open, like shocked, just like, oh my god, what are they actually saying? The story felt very basic. We've got like rival brothers and some rebels and like a historical feel fantasy. So it was all very like, eh. The smut was filthy. I do want to read it again. I want to have it physically and read it. I've got books 1, 4 and 5 in that series. I have now sent someone an offer on Vinted for books 2 and 3. We'll see if they accept that. Probably not. But yeah, I do want to get the rest of the series and reread it physically because I just feel like I have more to understand with this book. So I'm thinking 3 stars because it was like fun to listen to, but I was kind of listening to it for something to listen to rather than like actually taking it in. So I think I'm gonna give it 3. Still got work to do, and then I've actually got a bit of an IT issue at the moment, so I'm thinking while that IT issue is going on I either do a little bit of journaling or I get started on Youngblood. I think I think journaling is the more sensible option, or watch some Love is Blind UK. But I can't really do anything until the IT issue is fixed. So I've got 2 hours left of work. So hopefully this thing gets sorted quickly. Hopefully. Good morning. I look exactly the same as I did yesterday. It is Thursday morning and the tides are changing. I just had to turn the big light on to film a vlog clip. You're also way too hot. That's better. I feel like we're on a better level now. It is like, what time in the morning? 7:45, and I could not see properly for the camera without the big light. It is so gloomy today. I was just starting to enjoy summer and it's disappearing. Updates. In the last 12 hours, I have bought 2 sets of concert tickets. 2 concerts I wanted to go to that I wasn't able to because of when I thought I was going to go to America. I now can't go then because that's month end, and in my new job, like, you may as well kill a child if you want to go away at month end. Anyway, that's a whole other wormhole I could get down into. I've had to change when I want to go and see Cole, and that has freed me up at the start of December. So I booked some concert tickets. So I'm feeling like swings and roundabouts about it. It's fine. Which, there's ups and downs to my books too. So the first one, Youngblood, I started trying to read this last night. I couldn't do it. I'm not enjoying it. I checked Goodreads and I was like, am I just being overly fussy? Goodreads has an average rating of 3.26, which is very, very low. Forgive me if I didn't say yesterday, but I was sent this unsolicited. Essentially, I didn't have it on my wish list. I hadn't asked for it. And when it turned up, I was like, oh, okay, sounds great. But it just wasn't, you know, I haven't been excited to read it. When Cole picked it for the challenge, I was like, oh God, I don't really want to. And I got like a fifth of the way in and I just didn't care. So unfortunately, we'll be DNFing this one, but it will be going to a better home, someone that can appreciate it. So then I have started these Hollow Vows. I got up to page 72, so I want to read a little bit now. I've got 45 minutes before I need to start work. So yeah, I'm going to sit and read this for a little bit. I will say, now that I've had a few subscription boxes, because I was gifted this from Claire, like, you know, it wasn't my money that went onto the Fairy Loot box. But like, this is really basic now for a special edition, and it was only 2021, so it's not that long ago. But yes, we've got the stenciled cover, but we don't have anything here. And that is so wild to me in a special edition that I know wouldn't have been cheap. And yes, we have the sprayed edges, but like, they're not exactly the most exciting things ever. So yeah, I just was kind of shocked when there was nothing here. Anyway, let's do some reading, let's get a bit further in. I'm enjoying this so far. We've got like the Fae dynamics of Seelie Court, Unseelie Court, humans getting involved, so I'm sure it's going to be great. Don't quite understand everything yet, but we're gonna keep going. Hello, good morning. It is Saturday morning. It is literally 8:59, coming on 9 o'clock, and I haven't really felt like vlogging because I haven't been productively reading, because I've been reading these Hollow Vows and I'm not loving this. It's so basic, I think, is the problem. I kind of feel like it's not long enough for what it's trying to do. Like, it's packing quite a lot of fairy politics and stuff like that. And I'm on page 301 now, so I've read a fair amount, but I'm just like, like, I don't feel like it's fleshed out enough. Is that because even in 301 pages, the text is so big that there's actually not that much on the pages? I don't know. But yeah, just got to page 301. Got to put this down now because I'm going to go and get my nails done. But I have about 130 pages left of this. Hopefully I can get that done in like the hour and a bit after I get back from getting my nails done is the plan. So I will be finishing this. And because I knew I'd be finishing this, even though I'm not loving it and reading it quickly, I had to get Cole to pick me a new book because only Cole can influence what I read this week. The only time I did shy away from that is when I read Scarred, because I was already listening to the audiobook before, so I just finished it off. But yeah, for a new physical book, Cole had to pick one, and he was not very cooperative yesterday. He wanted a very easy out. So he said the first book on the top left bookshelf. So this is my top left bookshelf, which means the book I am reading next is The Last Thing He Told Me by Laura Dade. Well, it says it's Dave. I really thought it was Dade, but no. The Last Thing He Told Me by Laura Dade, which I will be picking up, probably starting it before I go out tonight. It's some sort of mystery thriller, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, this is going to be my next book. I'm going to try and fit one more in before the end of the week, but 3 is still a good number of books in a week. I'm back in exactly the same spot. New nails, they're like shiny pink. They're not really picking up that great on camera, but they're like, I think they're pretty cool. So it's 11:48 and I have just finished These Hollow Vows by Lexi Ryan. 3 stars? Like, I appreciate what this book was trying to do, but I have kind of ended it thinking, well, what's she gonna do next? And I don't really care to find out. So we're following a girl called Abriella, and her sister is sold into the Unseelie court. So she has a plan to get her sister back, basically. There's the whole Seelie court, Unseelie court dynamics. We've got some curses, we've got some hidden powers, we've got some romances, a bit of a love triangle. But I just didn't care enough for it. So there were like big reveals, and they weren't really reveals because I didn't care. Might be a little bit too harsh to be like, I just didn't care, but I kind of didn't. So yeah, 3 stars. I'm glad that I have this book and that I was able to read it, but I'm just not wowed. As I said, it's nearly 12. I'm gonna make some very quick like snack lunch because I'm heading out for a late lunch at like 3:30. So I'm just gonna do a few noodles. Then I've got to go and feed the tortoises, come back, get ready to go out for the day, or for the evening. So yeah, lots to do. Don't know if I'll be able to fit in any more reading. Maybe when I'm like dressed and ready and killing time. But yeah, that is another book read. Well done, Cole, for picking 1 DNF and 2 3 stars. So hopefully the next book gets a better rating. Okay, I'm ready to go out. I'm feeling a little bit stressed. And what do I like to do when I get stressed? That looks really horrible. I love a spreadsheet, and there is nothing wrong with my current book tracking spreadsheet. But I kid you not, I want nothing more than to go through all my books and give them like a code and log them in a spreadsheet, and like when I took them out of my home library, when I read them. So I think I'm gonna start a new spreadsheet. Completely not needed, but I really want to do it. So I probably won't even get very far with it, but what I really want to do today is start a spreadsheet. So that's what I'm gonna do. Wait, would you be interested in seeing what I'm doing? I'll include it in the vlog. You can like skip it. But yeah, I want to track a spreadsheet. Decided to not show you because I don't want to just look that sad on the internet. But I like a spreadsheet, okay? And I'm stressed. So I will take every book. This is just the first one on the top shelf. I will give it a reference number, because before it was just like what you'd already picked. So say for Dade, Olivia Dade, this would be DAD 001 because I didn't have another Olivia Dade. But then that meant you'd get to, I don't know any other authors DAD now, but then they would be 002, but that doesn't make any sense because they're not sequential. I could do it as Dad 001. Yeah. Then they'll get title, author, number of pages, format, a condition, rating out of 5, status, so read, unread, currently reading, audience, genre, subgenre, series number, whether it's signed, tabbed, annotated, or a special edition. So I'm gonna do this for about the next hour. I'm gonna put a podcast on, just chill out, and I think that's what I need, just to chill. Hello, it is so dark. It is what time? 4:30 already? Oh my god, on Sunday. I feel like I've done nothing today, but I've actually done a hell of a lot. So I got up at like 8 AM, which is weird for me after a night out drinking because I am not, you know, usually competent enough at that time in the morning. But I got up and I was like, I can't rest until this flat is perfectly tidy again. I hadn't got to the stage it had done like a month ago, but just little things were bothering me. So I have tidied and cleaned this entire apartment. Like even just the hoover going around every room, I'm like, oh, which I know, like I hoover more frequently, but like I did the whole thing in one go. And I just feel like so much better about my space. Even like there's nothing on the floor now of this book room. There shouldn't be things on the floor, that nothing needs to be on the floor. So I need to be good at like, oh, here's, you know, here's my phone holder. I'm gonna put it down, but I'm only gonna put it where it's meant to be, not just putting it places. You know what I mean? Anyway, I've then been reading The Last Thing He Told Me by Laura Dave. I'm watching Gavin's sprints. So I have been in about, I think 2-hour-long sprints I've taken part in, and I'm on page 189. So I'm like halfway through this, maybe slightly over. I don't have a strong feeling on this either way, and seeing as the 2 books I have finished for Cold Picking My TBR, I've given 3 stars. like this feels very 3-star again, and I really want him to be picking me better books. So I'm going to hang out in his Discord for a little bit and finish this off, and then I am going to ask him to pick another book, because if I read at the same speed, I can have this done by like 7 o'clock tonight, and then that's like a whole other book reading space we've got there. So I'm hoping I'm going to finish this off and ask him to pick me another book, because I do want to read another book picked by him. Yeah, I will let you know. I'm sure this is going to be 3-star, but I will tell you if it's any different. We're following Hannah, who is married to Owen. Owen goes missing. Like, he runs away on a day where his company is being like taken down Enron style for a little bit of illegal creative accounting and inflating share prices. So he runs away, leaves a note for his wife to say protect her, meaning his daughter Bailey. And the FBI, there's a US Marshal, they're all trying to find Owen, but Hannah takes it upon herself to do her own investigation and work out what's going on. So we are into Hannah's investigation. Got a few flashbacks from like their relationship developing and stuff, so it's good. Is it the best thing I've ever read? No. I don't feel like it's got the best reviews. Maybe I just saw it on like TikTok. Ah, this is where I've seen it. Okay, so it has a 3.83, which definitely isn't bad, but it was the winner for best mystery in 2021. I wouldn't quite go that far. Laura gave it a 3, not sure why this won. Rachel, this was okay, I found it slow. Yeah, not feeling strongly about this. Hello, it is Monday morning, and reading did not quite kick off yesterday how I thought it was going to. It took me until 9 p.m. to finish the last thing he told me. I just wasn't really that invested at all. I should have known as soon as I turned off Gavin's sprints to instead hang out with Cole and his friends and just listen to them on Discord while I do my own thing. My productivity just drops completely. I can't do the same pace as I can with like Gavin/silence. So I knew it wasn't going to go very well, but it took me till 9 p.m. to finish this. And sad to report, I gave it 3 stars. So out of the 4 books that Cole picked, I gave the 3 I finished 3 stars and I DNF'd 1. So he didn't do the best, and I think that's because, wait, this book first. So this book is more of like a literary mystery than like a thriller. So it's a mystery. We're supposed to be a little bit shocked, I think, but I don't think we are. Reese Witherspoon, because it's a Reese Witherspoon's book club. The ultimate page turner. There's so much to love about this roller coaster of a novel. Apparently Riley Sager says it's dizzying suspense. It's really not. I don't understand why this won all like the best mystery awards. I think it was 2021 it said. And it was republished. Yeah, republished in 23 is the whole Reese's thing. I just don't get it. I don't get why people like this. I didn't dislike it, so I gave it 3 stars because I was like, oh, I wonder what the twist is. Oh, here's the twist. Okay, yeah, that's interesting. Like it wasn't great. Then I tried to do some more reading. I also played a little bit of Supermarket Simulator, watched a little bit of Love is Blind UK, and I was like, oh, let's try again with another book. And I got onto the same page because I reread one page, and that is The No-Show. I do need to read The No-Show. Is it now my plan for the day? Potentially. I feel like this could be an easy read when I get into it, but I just physically do not care about it yet, so I need to force the care. So that could be my plan for the next weekly reading vlog. You will see. But for now, we had 4 books picked by Cole. One of them was a complete dud. The rest of them were just fine. So literally, Cole's picks are fine. I don't really have an emoji though for you. I want like a Cole-based emoji. I don't know, drop me down below a green heart for his camo-loving heart. Then I will know that you got to this point in the vlog. I appreciate you guys a hell of a lot, and just seeing those emojis roll in makes my day when they do. So thank you so much for doing that for me. For now though, I'm going to get on and film weekly reading vlog 204, is it? Maybe? And in that one, we're moving into September. So the end of summer is here, but I have a big September coming. I'm going to stop rambling. Thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate you a hell of a lot, and I will see you on my next one. Bye.